Okay.
All right, go for it.
Sorry. Let me make sure my video's on right.
You're fine.
Okay. Okay. We are young and healthy, but what about the rest of the population? A medical emergency can strike at any moment. I'm going to teach you today about the 3 key elements of CPR: placement, strength, and rate. Let's take a look at what happens if a medical emergency unfolds. Make sure you assess the scene before starting CPR. If the scene is safe, you're gonna approach the patient and try to arouse them. Try and wake them up. You're going to check their pulse either in their neck or their wrist, or you can even put your head up to their chest. If they don't have a heartbeat, proceed to perform CPR. First, have someone call 911. Make sure the patient is on their back and on a hard surface. Then kneel beside them and place the heel of your hand in the middle of their chest between their nipples. Place your other hand on top of that hand. Straighten your elbows and place your shoulders over your hands, because you're going to use your whole upper body to start compressions. To start compressions, you're going to press down hard and with your whole body weight to help you. You're going to want to make an indent of about 2 inches. Take notice, as you're probably going to crack some ribs as you do CPR. If you do not press hard enough, the effectiveness of CPR diminishes and decreases their chances of survival. Now that you know the physical requirements, let's take a look at the rate you're going to perform CPR. The rate and frequency determine the effectiveness of the CPR. You're going to go at a rate of about 100 compressions per minute. A trick to help you remember that is to go at the beat of the chorus of Staying Alive. So, staying alive, staying alive. So you're going to do 30 compressions, and then you can stop for no more than 4 seconds. During that 4 seconds, you can check their pulse, check their breathing, or you can even switch out with another person, because this is a very intensive process. If they do not have a pulse or breathing, you're going to continue CPR until help arrives. So let's review the process of CPR. In order to perform high-quality CPR, you must remember the 3 key elements, which is placement, strength, and the rate. Your hands have to be in the middle of their chest between their nipples. You must press hard enough for compressions that your depth is about 2 inches, and that you are using your entire body and not just your arms to do the compressions. You're going to do compressions at a rate of 100 compressions per minute, and if you can't remember that, then just go to the beat of Staying Alive. That'll usually help you. Then you're going to continue your CPR until help arrives or you have a patient. By knowing this, you can help save the life of a friend, a relative, or a stranger.
Good job. Hi, Quinn.
Hey, sorry about that. Our office internet was down.
That's all right. So we're recording this session so you can do a self-critique. So that'll be uploaded as a link under announcements. The video, okay? And the page number for that is listed on the announcement. And then you're going to do a peer critique, so you can choose either, so you're going to basically do Alex. And that is on page 95.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank
And
you.
both of those are due, I think, tomorrow, and you have your test 1 due at the end of tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
And guys, a quick note, you guys can work as fast as you want for tests. So if you want to do test 1 and then you want to do all of your chapters in your test 2 in one day, you can. They just have to be done by a certain day. Okay?
How long do we get for the test, like the time allotment?
I believe it's 50 minutes, just like you would in a normal class.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure on that though. It should tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't get to see how you guys do it, so. Okay, so who wants to go next? Alex or Quinn?
Doesn't matter.
I can go real quick.
Okay. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right. Get a drink real quick. Okay, so if you've ever been watching TV, I'm sure you've probably seen some type of exercise for some gimmick to get abs and all this stuff like that, get a strong core. But the vast majority of them don't really work. And there's one thing that's very simple that can be done to give you a strong core. And core strength is really important because it doesn't matter if you're hiking or just carrying groceries to your car. It stabilizes everything and it's important. So I'm going to show you how to do something called an ab rollout in 3 steps. The first step is you will need to acquire an ab wheel. You can buy one at Walmart or find one at your gym, or you can build one. I had one, but I don't know where I set it. Once you have your ab wheel, you're going to need a spot that's open enough, since you're going to expand your whole body, so about your height. And now that you've acquired all the necessities, let's look at the importance of this exercise before we get started. The ab rollout is one of the only exercises that forces you to brace against lengthening your core as opposed to contracting it. And like I said before, having a strong core is essential for all types of activities. And since it's your trunk of your body, it's helps with posture, even if you're just sitting on the internet or stuff like that. Now that we've looked at why it's important and why it's good for achieving core strength, let's actually talk about doing it. So to perform the ab rollout properly without lower back injury, because that's one of the most important things. You go to Half Acre and you see people kind of doing whatever they want, and it might hurt your back. And so to start, you need to drop to a kneeling position with your knees about hip width apart. And then the key word to remember is contraction. A lot of people think because you're bracing against lengthening, you're going to actually want to extend, but you want to keep everything as tight as you can, because this is going to prevent injury to your lumbar spine. And once you've kept everything contracted, you're going to start to roll out, keeping that contraction. And it doesn't matter if you can only go 2 inches, or after you keep working, you might be able to touch your nose to the floor. It's just as long as you keep everything tight. And then at the bottom, you're going to want to hold it for what's called an isometric pause, and then come back up. And that's how you perform that. And now you've been shown the steps, let's review why they are important. There are 3 steps to the perfect ab rollout, if you want to call it that. You need to find some space, remember why the exercise is important and what it's actually working on, and then you need to perform the exercise contracted to prevent injury. So next time you see that funny looking wheel at Half Acre Walmart shelf, you'll understand what it's for.
Good job. All right. Quinn is next.
All right.
So you have 2 to 4 minutes.
All right.
Just so you know. Okay.
All right. So growing up, my family had a lot of pets, and I was always too young to always take full responsibility for having a pet. However, when I get out of school, I know I want to get a puppy. Raise of hands, who else would love a puppy? Anyways, after doing my research today, I'm going to show you the first major concept of having a dog, which is potty training. There are 3 basic areas where you need to focus. 1 is giving your puppy the right environment. 2 is to develop a routine. And the 3rd is to incorporate unsupervised time. Giving your puppy the right environment. The puppy views the environment as any place is a place to pee. He doesn't know if the carpet's bad and the grass is good. So if you ever catch your puppy peeing inside, stop him, pick him up, and take him to your designated area where you want him to go to the bathroom. Always to remember, never punish or scold your puppy, because this will only frighten him, and he will want to pee not around you, so he'll go and hide and pee in a corner only for you to discover later. Next is acquire a crate for his bed and size it appropriately so it's not too big that he pees in a corner and can also sleep in another. This will give him a safe spot, and puppies do not want to pee where they sleep. This will also include your home. The next point is choose a designated area. Puppies like consistency, and if you keep the same area, they'll know where to go. So never switch it up on them. Now that the puppy knows where to pee and not to, it's time to make a habit of it, and this is to develop a routine. Firstly, you're going to want to schedule a feeding routine, and this will help you because a puppy usually needs to go to the bathroom 15 to 20 minutes after eating. The second point develops off the feeding routine. If you develop a feeding routine, you'll develop a potty routine. So 15 to 20 minutes, the puppy will usually get on board with that. The next is to start house training immediately. The puppy can catch on pretty quick to your schedule and will follow you. Next is to watch for signs of a puppy that needs to go to the bathroom. So once he starts noticing he needs to go outside, he'll either start barking, scratching at the door, or be restless. Watch for these signs, it's time to take him out. Associate a command with potty training. The one word that will incorporate to go potty. Reward him with treats and praise him up. Now that the puppy has gotten the routine down, it's time to reward him with some time on his own. This is incorporating unsupervised time. Keeping your puppy confined, increase the space as he grows, will help him learn his boundaries. Let your puppy roam around your house with a leash being supervised, but not too supervised that he can go on his own. And when you have to go out to work, spread newspapers on the ground while you're away. After these steps and some time, your puppy should be good on his own. Now, if you can't wait to get your first puppy on your own like I can, then hopefully what I've taught you today will stick and you'll be on your way to mostly accident-free. Just remember the core principles on what we've focused on today. Give your puppy the right environment, develop a routine, and give them unsupervised to develop the routine. If you can remember this, you'll be on your way to being a responsible pet owner.
Great job. All right. Pretty easy, right? Not too bad? Do you guys get nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I get nervous. Like at jobs and stuff, I can talk to like a whole panel of people, but in this setting, it just.
Yeah, I think the internet's weirder to do public speaking.
Yeah, I agree. I would
It's a
much
mental
rather
thing.
do in person, but
Yeah.
I was just curious. All right. Well, let me know if I can help in any way.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, I'm just sitting in my kitchen, so it's not that big of a deal, but I understand being nervous in weird situations. Okay, so no questions right now. You have to test work by tomorrow. Do your peer critique, your self critique, and I'll upload everything. Let me stop recording.